Yeah, come on.
All right. All right. Shalom. Shalom. We the brothers of Great Millstone, the Church of Birmingham, Alabama. And as always, want to begin by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Chakadosh. Yeah, in the ancient Hebrew tongue, that would be the Heavenly Father. The true name of the Heavenly Father is only God's Son and the Holy Spirit. I also would like to give double honors to our teachers, the head apostles and elders of Great Millstone, the men whom we believe through faith to be raised up here in these latter days. To push forth this gospel and bring forth this truth and present it in the spirit form. I also want to say shalom, you brothers out there that continuing that legacy of pushing out this gospel and our true faith and sincerity, as well as you believers out there that subscribe to this truth as well. So we back once again in the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shai. And this sitting right here is going to be entitled The Dark Regions of Babylon, you know. And as we settle in this lesson, you will see what we mean by that, all right? Because really, the whole setting of these days that we're in is centered around information. That's why this is known as the information age, you know. Matter of fact, I started off with Isaiah, the 59th chapter, and it started at the top, all right? Because this is the time where, you know, the Lord have made an avenue, if you will, for information to come forth, you know. If you want to find out how to put a damn alternator in a car, you can go on the internet. You know why? Because this is the time where information is on display. All right, but that doesn't mean that light or that information is the light. You know, that light can actually be darkness. You know, we're going to show you that in this lesson. Because see, what's going to hinge on you being delivered or destroyed is going to be centered around what information you intake. Because information, it pretty much affects your outlook on things, man. You know, whatever. For an example, if you subscribe to the Moors, right, it's a good chance if you get pulled over by the cops, you're going to get your ass blown away because they teach the laws. They teach the study of, you know, mastering the laws of the land. So you'll get pulled over by a cop, and by you digesting that idea of the Moors, your response to the cop is, look, I have rights, sir. What about Article B42? And the cop gonna take a step back and open fire on your ass, man. You know, versus us, we actually digest this word, you know, and it gives us a certain outlook. Us digesting this word actually preserve us. Matter of fact, I know I asked for that, but give me Proverbs, I think that's 4. Proverbs 4 and I think 2 or 3.
God, this is the book of Proverbs, chapter 4. Proverbs 4 and
It's a shield of preserver.
I'll see as preserver. Let's see.
I think that's it.
Let's see. Take home.
Got to put the precept while you're on.
Yeah, go ahead.
This is the book of Proverbs 2, and I'm gonna start at verse Proverbs 2 and verse 11. It says, "Discretion shall preserve thee."
Yep, read that again. That's a good one.
This Proverbs 2 and verse 11. Discretion shall preserve thee.
Yep, discretion shall preserve thee. Go ahead.
Understanding shall keep thee.
Understanding shall keep thee. See that? That might have been what I was looking for. What that is?
Proverbs 2.
Proverbs 2. Okay, read it one more time.
It's on Proverbs 2:11. Discretion shall preserve thee.
Yeah, discretion shall preserve thee. And this is what this word develops, discretion. You know, you had a spirit of discernment. Go ahead.
Understanding shall keep thee.
Understanding shall keep thee. See that? Meaning what we digest, it actually affects our walk. You know, you just don't take this truth and run with it. You know, so, you know, I got the names of the Lord, his son, you know, and you could just unwind. All right. You walk life on the edge. You got the truth. Now you could, scripture tell you, tempt not the Most High, man. All right. So really, this truth was given to be applied. This wisdom was given to apply, and it's all an effort to preserve you. The Lord didn't take you through, you know, these teachings, these lessons, just for you to have it. No, it's for you to apply. And this is what's going to preserve you, right? And again, light pretty much, it gives you a clear path. You know, if you're in the dark, then you're subject to danger, man. If it's something as subtle as you walking in a dark house and you bang your damn knee against the coffee table, you know, versus you turning on the light, you can see your way around. See, go ahead, Doc.
God, this is Proverbs 4, and I'm gonna start at 10. It said, "Hear, O my son, and receive my sayings, and the years of thy life shall be many."
Yeah, oh, see that? Read that again.
God, it said, "Hear, O son, and receive my sayings."
Yeah, hear, my son, right? To hear means to hearken, which really translates to understand. Because you got a lot of people that hear us, they ear hustle us, but they don't really get it. You know? Oh, like we was gonna showcase someone who left a comment on our last live stream, which they ain't even worth it. And they said, "Look, you guys hate us, man. You know, we got on Nate, you hate us." That's a doctrine. That's an actual doctrine. Where if all else fail, you know, you a hater. You know, and that's pretty much what a lot of jakes do. They subconsciously bring that nigga culture into this arena, man. You know, and they'll take us reproving and rebuking, and they'll frame it as hate. That's a low level, man. That has no place here, man. All right, go ahead.
God, it said, "Hear, O my son, and receive my sayings."
Yep, receive my sayings. Go ahead.
"And the years of thy life shall be many."
See, and the years of your life is going to be many, man. Because this word was set up to preserve you, right? Go ahead.
"I have taught thee in the way of wisdom. I have led thee in right paths."
Ooh, and give me that in Psalms, that. Read it again.
God, it said, "I have taught thee in the way of wisdom. I have led thee in right paths."
I have led thee in right paths. Now, this path that we have embarked on is right here in the valley of the shadow of death, right? Where darkness is all around us, man. You know, and danger lurks at every turn. And that darkness is in the form of all the different philosophies and ideas that's out there, man. You know, in the platform where they usually on display, these institutions and universities, but hold up, is now here more so on the internet, man. See, this is where you can find out all type of information. You know, Jake, they're align themselves or associate themselves with being all type of crazy shit, man. You know why? Because the so-called white man has made it accessible. Here in Babylon, you got the liberty to gad abroad and subscribe to whatever doctrine you want, man. See that? So read that part again.
It says, "I have taught thee in the way of wisdom. I have led thee in right paths."
I have led thee in right paths, meaning it's this word that leads you. In this land of darkness, this word is your light. See? Go ahead. You know what you got.
It's the book of Psalms 119 and 105. "Thy word is a lamp unto my feet."
Read it again.
"Thy word is a lamp unto my feet."
That word is a lamp unto my feet. Go ahead.
"And a light unto my path."
And a light unto my path. So for all of us who the Lord have had mercy, you know, and show his grace upon, you know, in the fact that he revealed this marvelous light unto us, you had the luxury of being able to go into these scriptures. That's actually a light, you know? That's a light where you could foresee your way through this whole land of darkness, man. You know, for an example, you know, everything's set up in the spirit. That's why when you read Wisdom of Solomon, the 12th chapter, it says, "My incorruptible spirit is in all things." Now, when you consider a car, a motorcycle, whatever, the lights is in the front. That's what show you where you're going, man. Right? So you can foresee the things in front of you. So that's what this book captures, man, in the spirit of prophecy, right? The ability to see forth and pretty much to see your way around this land of darkness, which is America, man. All right? So go ahead.
Proverbs 4:12. It said, when thou goest, thy steps shall not be straightened.
See, when thou goest, thy steps shall not be straightened, man. Because if your steps straightened, that means that any step could be your last step. Yeah. And that usually happens in the dark. If you're in the dark, you tiptoeing around, versus being in the light, you have a broader path, so to speak. Go ahead.
And when thou runnest, thou shalt not stumble.
And when thou runnest, thou shalt not stumble, man. So we're not going to stumble at what America has to present, because America has nothing but pitfalls, laid out, the snares and traps laid out before you. And again, it comes in the form of doctrines and philosophies and ideas. All right. So that's why it's important to hold fast to what we got. Go ahead.
Verse 13, take fast hold of instruction.
Oh, see, that's the spirit. Take fast hold to instruction. Go ahead.
Let her not go. Keep her, for she is thy life.
Ooh, keep her, for she is thy life. All right. And with that said, that life translates to what? Life. And we're going to show you that. Give me St. John, the 1st chapter.
Yeah, this is St. John, chapter 1 and 4. And it says, in him was life, and the life was the light of men.
See, in him was life. That's why scripture says she will be your life. Because that she is wisdom, and that wisdom is the light of men. So this understanding is your life, man. Your life depends on this, man. Matter of fact, give me James 1:21. You can also get St. John. Since you're in St. John, get St. John 15. Baba Kushab. See, having this word and being exposed to this understanding is not just some casual approach. That was Jake do, man. That's why you had the broad to come on the coming board talking shit. Because she sit on Instagram all day. And she don't understand the magnitude of what this thing is all about, and she gonna be destroyed, right? And that's what a lot of Jakes do. They take this understanding light, not understanding that your very life depends on this knowledge, man. See, go ahead.
It's the book James 1, verse 21. Wherefore lay apart our filthiness and superfluity of naughtiness, and receive with meekness the engrafted word, which is able to save your soul.
See, and receive with meekness the engrafted word, which is able to save your souls, man. And there's a certain way you gotta receive this. You gotta receive it with meekness. I believe that's also in Luke. Give me Luke. I believe that's Luke 8 and 19, if I'm not mistaken.
How you will? Yeah, this is the book of Luke 8 in verse 18.
Is it? Take heed, therefore, how you hear. See, take heed how you hear, man. So you can't even come up in this thing and hear the way you want to hear, man. There's a certain way you got to get this thing, man. You got to take heed the way you hear. All right? Go ahead.
For whosoever hath, to him shall be given, and whosoever hath not, from him shall be taken, even that which he seemeth to have.
Right, and that, like we touched on that briefly last night, that's reincarnation if you could receive it. Because 2,000 years ago, you had men that actually was given this truth, and when they came back in this lifetime, they received it more abundantly. Then you had those who wasn't given this truth in a past life, and when they came back in this lifetime, the little that they did receive and gather here, it was taken right away from them, man. And we have actually seen that. All right. So you can go where you at.
St. John
15 and 3.
Yep. God, this is St. John 15 and 3. Now ye are clean through the word.
See, now you are clean through the word. Go ahead.
Which I have spoken unto you. Abide in me, and I in you. As the branch cannot bear fruit of itself, except it abide in the vine. No more can ye, except ye abide in me.
Meaning abide in this doctrine. Okay. So now let's go back to where you was at.
This is St. John 1 and 4. In him was life, and the life was the light of men.
See that? In him, in this doctrine, see that? That's not, I love you, Lord. You just, you pacing back and forth. All right? No, in him, you got to get into this doctrine, man. That's what it means. In him was life, and that life was the light of men. Okay, go ahead.
And the light shineth in darkness.
And the light shineth in darkness. This darkness is dealing with America and all the different philosophies and ideologies that's out here on display, man. That's actually darkness. We shining in the midst of all this different information, or disinformation, should I say. And what's the main catalyst for a lot of Jakes, and we mainly dealing with our people right here. What's the main catalyst for them not fully committing to coming into this thing? They subscribe to something else, man. And one of the main strongholds, one of the main sources of darkness out there is Christianity, man. You hear this word and you almost about to get it, then all of a sudden you reminisce on your grandma, man. You know?
Yep.
Then all of a sudden now you're not able to fully come into this thing. Why? Because you're overtaken by that darkness. See? Go ahead, read that again.
It said, "And the light shined in darkness, and the darkness comprehended it not."
See, and the darkness comprehended it not. And that's dealing with whatever you subscribe to outside of this truth. You're not going to be able to comprehend what we teach here, man. First and foremost, what we teach is far beyond the comprehension and the grasp of you people. Case in point, our hope is that we don't get destroyed in the thermonuclear holocaust. When over 200 million ICBM missiles are going to be shot, back and forth throughout the world, mainly on the soils of America. All right. And our hope is that the Lord count us worthy where we might be exalted and raised up to escape that wrath, right? And we'll be caught up in what you people know as UFOs. That's above your strength right there, man. You're not going to be able to comprehend that because you're in darkness, man. Those are two contrasts. Matter of fact, give me Genesis, the first chapter, and give me what you got.
This is the book of Isaiah 8 and verse 20. To the law and to the testimony, if they speak not according to this word.
Right, if you're not speaking in harmony with what we teach, then what?
It is because there is no light in them.
That's because there's no light in you, man. Okay? Meaning you are in gross darkness, man. Those are the two extremes. There's no gray area. Oh, that's what you get with white. You take a white crayon and a black, you get gray, man. But see, we don't mix that here. All right, light is on this side, and we don't have no fellowship with darkness. Matter of fact, go ahead and give me that first, and then give me what you got. I know what you want to get.
All right.
1 and 3.
Yeah, kind. Yeah,
I think it's 1 and 3 or 4.
Yeah, kind. Yeah, this is Genesis 1 and 3, and the power said, "Let there be light," and there was light. And the power saw the light, that it was good, and the powers divided the light from the dark.
Yeah, and that light right there is somebody to this knowledge, man. Wisdom was an entity that was created. You don't just stumble up on wisdom. Wisdom was given, man. Matter of fact, give me St. John 3, and I think that's 27. Well, I'll get when he get, man. Wisdom is an entity that was created, and it was given as a gift. And this is what's the bridge, if you will, to pleasing Yahweh Shema Shah. If we could prove that as well, once you get what you got to get, Wisdom of Solomon 7 and 14, I believe. Go ahead.
It's the book of St. John 3 and verse 27. John answered and said, "A man can receive nothing except it be given him from heaven." Right,
so that includes knowledge and understanding and wisdom, man. It was created and it was given as a gift. And as we just read right here in Genesis, the first chapter, that wisdom is framed as light. That's why the scripture says he saw the light. See, a Christian will read that and say, hey, it applies to the separation of day and night. Yeah, of course. But that is a deeper meaning behind that. That's actually going into understanding, man. The Lord saw wisdom in that it was good. What pleased the Lord with King Solomon? That he asked for light, man. He asked for wisdom. So the Lord saw that the powers saw the light, that it was good, and they separated from darkness. And we're gonna prove that that's talking about wisdom. Give me that have no fellowship.
This is 2 Corinthians 6 and 14. Be ye not unequally yoked together with unbelievers.
Right, which they represent darkness. An unbeliever represent darkness, like I just quoted. I mentioned, should I say, that what we believe in, we was called to believe the unbelievable, man. So if you're unbelievable, that means if you're an unbeliever, that means you don't believe in this doctrine, man. Right? So we're not to have fellowship with you. Go ahead.
It says, "Be ye not unequally yoked with together with unbelievers. For what fellowship have righteousness with unrighteousness, and what communion have light with darkness?"
See, and what communion have light with darkness, man. Those who have understanding versus those who don't. Wisdom, knowledge, the proper knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of the scriptures, or the lack thereof. We're not to mesh with you, man. And that's what we just read in Genesis, the first chapter.
Yep.
The Lord saw the light that it was good, and he divided the light from darkness. Oh, and that's another thing. That's why there's so much friction out there. You got a simple Negro leave a comment and say, you niggas haters, man. Because they think that being an Israelite is a call to bring everybody together. No, man. The reason why we together, it ain't because we liked each other or, brothers grow to, grow together and mesh together. But we all was all had one interest, man, and that was knowledge, wisdom, understanding of the scriptures. And a guy that don't have that same mentality, he eventually get weeded out. We have several guys that come in the camp and who have no longer continue with us. And one of the main reasons because they didn't get it. They really didn't get it. They appeared to get it, but they didn't have that element of understanding, man. Oh, the scriptures say that. With all that get understanding. It's levels to wisdom. It's levels to knowledge. For an example, you could be watching a game with your real football game, right? Yep. And she might have knowledge of the game. When they score a touchdown, she'll jump up, yay! But the nuances of the game, the understanding of the game. If you say, well, he got a 15-yard penalty, she's not going to know what's going on. So she got knowledge of the game, but do she have understanding of the game? And that's the thing with coming into this truth. You have some guys that know, they got knowledge. I'm an Israelite. That's an Edomite. And we're going to come and curse you out. But when it comes to the understanding of what these scriptures really going into, that walk, you got to walk, Guys don't really get it. See that? And at that point, you're cut off. Why? Because the Lord sanctioned it that way. There should be no communion with light and darkness, man. Right? Go ahead.
It's the book of Psalm 69, verse 22. That their table become a snare before them, and that which have been for their welfare.
Yep, so I can read that again.
It says that their table become a snare before them.
Hold up. The scripture said, let their table become a snare before them. Now, that table is dealing with these scriptures, man. Now, when you go into tables, it represents banks. This table, this money, man. This money in the bank right here. That's why Yahweh said, store up your treasures in heaven. This is where you come to do business with the Lord at. And the Lord is a businessman. All right? Just read, what's that, Luke, the 2nd chapter? While Lord, as a lad, he said, visit that you should know it has to be my Father's business, man. This is a business. That's why when you read Matthew, the 25th chapter, the Lord rationed out this knowledge, and it was compared to money, man. Okay? See that? So this table, right, which is these riches, this truth, the Lord said, let in King David, through the inspiration of the Lord, said, let it become a snare. All right? You got Jakes, and we talking about those amongst the circumcised, and you the worst, man. You guys that know that you Israelites, you the worst, man. Just a nigga in a creased up t-shirt with fringes, man. And you try to go into the scriptures, man. But see, the scriptures is the equalizer. Should I say it's the rod, man. This is what measures. This is why we know you ain't right. Matter of fact, can you give me that? Can you give me that? We gonna get around to it, man. The scripture, see, you can come across as if you got it, right? But once the scriptures is on display, that's when we find out, man. See, go ahead.
Yeah, the wisdom of Solomon 1:4. For into a malicious soul, wisdom shall not enter.
Right, wisdom will not enter into a malicious soul. You can give me the shirt off your back, but if I ask you, hey, what's the mark of the beast, and you don't get it, then that means you malicious, man. Go ahead.
It said, for into a malicious soul, wisdom shall not enter, nor dwell in a body that is subject unto sin.
See that? And this truth is the gauge to that, right? Real quick, give me Revelation. I think it's that Revelation. Is that
what is
11? The rod.
Oh yeah, 11:1.
Get that real quick.
I know. Another what it says, she shall not enter another foul thing.
Yeah, I think it's Wisdom Solomon 4 or something like that.
Yeah, this is this Revelation 11:1, and that was giving me a reed like unto a rod. And the angel stood saying, rise and measure the temple of the Most High, and the altar and them that worship therein. Right,
and what's really that rod? What's that measuring stick? The scriptures, man. This is how you measure who's in this thing or who's not in this thing, man. Okay, go ahead.
But the court which is without the temple leave out and measure it not.
And measure it not, go ahead.
But it's given unto the Gentiles, and the holy city shall they tread underfoot 40 and 2 months.
So right, they was left out. So that's a separation right there.
Yep.
You know? All right, so
you want that Williams?
Yeah, go ahead and get that, and then what we left off right here?
Psalms.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, this is Wisdom of Solomon 7:14. For she is a treasure unto men that never faileth, which they use, become the friends of the Most High, being commended for the gift that comes from learning.
See, this is a gift. So it was created. It was the entity. Wisdom was created, and it was given to us. Yep. Okay? It was nothing you did, per se, to receive it. The Lord saw fit to give it to you. And to prove that, what's the most helpless feeling one ever have? When they forget something. You know, you might see somebody say, oh, I know it's Facebook. You might have a thought, and that happens all the time. Yep. You know? And then you notice, right, the more you come acclimated in this truth, when it happens, and it happens while you're speaking sometimes, then the Lord will bring it back to show you, and you thank the Lord. Thank you, Lord. Because that show you that you're vulnerable. You're volatile, man. This truth is like oil. It's slippery. You know, that's why Yahweh said, hold fast to what you got. But it proves that this is a gift. It was nothing you did to receive this. It could be taken away, man. You know? And that's why our Lord, Yahweh Shai said it was a gift. All right? The scriptures often emphasize the fact that it was a gift. We just read it in St. John, the 3rd chapter, in the 27th verse, and we also just read it right here in Wisdom of Solomon 7. All right? So, yeah, let's go back to Psalm 69.
I got a real quick precept.
Yeah, go ahead.
Going back on that gift. This is the book of Sirach 1, and I'm going to start at verse, I'm going to get to the point at verse 9. It says, he created her and saw her and numbered her.
Yeah, and that's it. He created what? Wisdom. That's why we read in Genesis, the 1st chapter, the power saw that light, it was good, right? Because it was a creation of the Most High, man. You know, through his son, Yahweh Shai. All right? Because you got niggas out there that say, the Lord created everything. It wasn't, matter of fact, give me, what's that? Jeremiah 27:5. Jeremiah 27:5.
This is the book.
Let's prove that Yahweh Shai created everything. As well as with the elect. And that's another, you know. Yeah, go ahead.
Jeremiah 27:5. I have made the earth, the man.
See, they'll get that. See, the Lord said he made the earth. See? But read on.
It says, I have made the earth, the man and the beast that are upon the ground, and my great power, and my outstretched arm.
And my what?
And by my outstretched arm,
see, go ahead,
and have given it unto whom it seemed meet unto me.
See, so the Lord said he made the earth, but he went on and said, and by my outstretched arm. So who is the outstretched arm? It would be Yahweh Shai. Okay? All right, so now let's go back over here.
Yeah, Sirach 1 and 10, it's like Sirach 1 and 9, it says he created her and saw her and numbered her and poured her out upon all his works.
Now that's bad right there. It's upon all his works. Their works right there talking about everybody. Although the Lord technically made you, but what's really his works? The house of David. Matter of fact, you give me that real quick. You know what I want. Yep. That's why you see that word all. A lot of people, and all shall come into it. No, that's talking about all of the elect, man. This is real tedious, right? That's why the Lord is known as a snare, man. If you don't take your time, and if ultimately the spirit is not rested upon you, you're going to stumble, man. All right? Read that again.
It says, he created her and saw her and numbered her and poured her out upon all his works.
Right, and pour her out upon all his works. All right? And that's works right there. That's talking about wisdom. Do everybody possess the wisdom of Yahweh Shai? Of course not. So who is all these works right here? Again, his works is this construction that he's building up in the form of the temple, man. That's his works, right? Go ahead.
This is so like this book of Psalms. It's Psalm 127, right?
I think it's Psalm 127.
Yeah. This is Psalms 127 and 1. So like Psalm 127 and 1. It said the Lord build a house, they labor in vain that build it. Except the Lord keep the city, the watchman watch.
I think I want one. Is it 24?
As I said, build a door, build up the door, right? Let's see.
One for 24 and 2.
No, I ain't. Is it? If it had not been the Lord, no, I ain't.
Try Psalms 1:4.
It is
147
too. Yeah,
147
too. Yep. God.
So before you read this again.
It says, he created her and saw her and numbered her and poured her out upon all his works.
Upon all his works. Okay? All right, so go ahead.
God, this Psalm 147.
This is what his works is.
The Lord doth build up Jerusalem. He gathered together the outcasts of Israel.
And who is this being gathered? The elect. All right, and that's said in Baruch, the 4th chapter, right? Where it says those who are gathered by the word. All right, so yeah, go ahead.
Verse 10, it says, she is with all flesh according to his gift.
See, they go all again. Do that mean she gonna be with every person on the planet Earth? No. She with all the flesh, all the works of the Lord, which is all of the elect. All right, go ahead.
And he hath given her to them that love him.
And that proves right there that that's a separation. She has given him to all that love him. All right, go ahead.
Kind of just going that this wisdom can enter into a defined thing. This is what Solomon said.
And matter of fact, before you get that, give me Psalm 145 and start at 17. Let's prove further that they're all is dealing with a certain number. It's not dealing with everybody. You can't just look at that word all and say, see, that qualifies everybody. No, they're dealing with all the works of the Lord, all of the elect. That's why when you read the scripture where it say that none shall perish, but that all shall come into repentance. That's not talking about everybody, because ultimately, everybody ain't gonna make it. You know, so like the Lord gonna be like, oh, I was hoping they made it. You know what I mean? Yeah, go ahead.
Kind of, this is Psalm 145:17. The Lord is righteous in all his ways and holy in all his works.
In all his works, see? Go ahead.
The Lord is not unto all them.
See, all them, see, go ahead.
That call upon him, to all that call upon him in truth.
Yeah, and that's another cut on you, Nate. Because you can't call upon the Lord how you want to call upon him. You have to call upon him in truth.
That's it.
And in truth will be Yahweh, why Yahweh shot. All right, so you can go back to where he was at.
This Wisdom Solomon 7:25. For she is the breath of the power of the Most High, and a pure influence flowing from the glory of the Almighty.
Yep.
Therefore, can no undefiled thing fall into her.
Right. So if you ain't right, then you're not going to be able to get this thing, and we're going to tell that by presenting you with this word. Again, you could be the nicest guy in the world, man. You know. But if this word is not presented to you, if it's presented to you, you can't receive it, you can't grasp it, you can't digest this concept of the word when it's presented in its purest form, then that means you're a malicious soul, man. See that? All right, so now you got something?
On Psalm 69.
Yep, let's go back there.
Yeah, going back to Psalm 69 to verse 22. Let their table become a snare before them, and that which have been for their welfare, let it become a trap.
Right, so this word, which was to be for your welfare, has now become a trap, man. All right? You read the same book we read, but for some reason, you can't get, for an example, you can't get the microchip out of Revelation 13th chapter. That means this book was set up for a snare for you, man. See? Go ahead.
It says, let their eyes be darkened.
What?
Let their eyes be darkened.
Let their eyes be darkened, because here in America is gross darkness, man. And what contributes to that darkness is the other ideas and philosophies that's on display, that's presented to you. See? Go ahead.
Let their eyes be darkened that they see not, and make their loins continually to shake.
Yep. Yeah, meaning you're not going to be stable. And it tells you that in Ephesians 4:14, how they want to be tossed to and fro, right? With every wind of doctrine. See that? So now,
God, this is St. John 1, start at 4 again. It said, in him was life, and the life was the light of men.
So you see now the importance of getting this truth, man. You know? This your life depends on it. Okay? Go ahead.
And the light shineth in darkness.
Yeah, and his light is shining in darkness, man. Okay? And what's the source of this light being propelled out here in America and throughout the world? Because this darkness, the curriculum of the so-called white man, has pretty much overshadowed the world. Real quick, give me that. You know what I want.
God.
So amidst this darkness, there's beacons of light. You know? Go ahead.
This Isaiah 60, and I start at 1. It says, arise, shine, for thy light is come.
Yep.
And the glory of the Lord is risen upon thee. For behold, the darkness shall cover the earth.
Right. So the ideas of the so-called white man has covered the entire planet Earth, man. Case in point, you go to damn Egypt, you're gonna see a McDonald's, you know. See that? That's a form of the so-called white man's fingerprint being left over the entire planet Earth, man. The darkness of Esau. Go ahead.
He said, for behold, the darkness shall cover the earth, and gross darkness the people.
And gross darkness the people. Go ahead.
But the Lord shall arise upon thee, and his glory shall be seen upon thee.
So the glory of the Lord has been seen upon us, right? So now let's go back.
This St. John 1:4 again. It said, in him was life, and the light was the light of men. And the light shined in darkness, and the darkness comprehended it not.
So that answers the question. Seems like an age-old question of why you can't get it. we read it right here, man. You know, the light shined in the darkness, and the darkness comprehended it not, man. You know, go ahead.
Yeah. All right. So this is that word darkness. Strong G 4653. Scotea, and it says darkness. The darkness due to want of light. Metaphor used of ignorance.
See? That's bad. Yeah, read that again.
It says used of ignorance.
Used of ignorance, man. That's why we have so much friction. Because light and darkness can't coexist with one another. I walk in the house, it's dark, I turn on the light, the darkness flee. It can't stay in the same, you know. Or when the sun began to rise, the darkness flee, man. And vice versa. They can't coexist with one another. So that answers the question too to why Jake can't get along, man. You know, and I'm talking about those amongst these Israelite groups, and especially these self-proclaimed leaders with their pseudo groups, they different, you know, congregations. Well, the reason why we're never coming together because what the art brought out, if they don't speak according to this word, then that means there's no light in them. So that would mean by default you would be in the dark. So we can't come together, man. And it's going to be due to that ignorance. Before you go back there, you got a precept? Get Ecclesiastes 5. I think it's Ecclesiastes 5 and 4.
Yep.
And you can give me Hosea 4 and 6. Go ahead.
This is Ecclesiastes 5 and 4. It said, when thou vowest a vow to the Most High, defer not to pay it, for he have no pleasure in fools.
See, read that again.
It says, when thou vowest a vow to the Most High, defer not to pay it, for he have no pleasure in fools.
For he have no pleasure in fools, man. See that? Also, give me, I think that's Ecclesiasticus 33, where it says irksome.
Oh, yeah.
Or you can just try to find it. So the scriptures say the Lord have no pleasure in fools. Now, the Spirit of the Lord has rested upon us. That's why we have no pleasure in fools, man. That's why you see from time to time, we'll get on guys. It might be a light rebuke, but then it can be extreme as a sharp rebuke, man. We might cuss you out. You might see, you know, the fury on us, man. Why? Because the Lord has no pleasure in fools, man. And that's why light and darkness can never exist. And that's why we are not of this world, man. Because this world promotes darkness, man. Okay? And America is the dark regions of dark. This is the dark. You got darkness over the earth, but America is the deep, dark regions, the deep depth. You have a nigga walking around. Oh, we were talking about this at camp. You had the nigga with a kufi, and he was smoking a Black and Mild. I'm like, damn, that's just look off, man. You know what I mean? You see, come on, man. You appearing to have wisdom. That image in itself is an oxymoron. Nigga with a damn kufi on, but you smoking a Black and Mild, that kills you. But that's what's on display here in America. Okay?
I got a quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
This is Ecclesiastes chapter 2 and 13. It said, then I saw that wisdom is cell of folly, as far as light is cell of darkness.
Woo! Read that again.
It said, then I saw that wisdom is cell of folly.
Yeah, wisdom excels of folly, man. Okay? Wisdom excels in contrast to folly, man. Right? Go ahead.
As far as light is cell of darkness.
Right, and light excelleth darkness. And that's true. Because, you know, light, that you have that saying at the speed of light.
Yeah,
you know? Light travels.
Yep.
All right. Yep. Go ahead.
Yeah, this the book of Psalms 13 and verse 3. It says, "Consider and hear me, O Lord, power, light my eyes, these I sleep of death."
Yep. Read that again.
It says, "Consider and hear me, O Lord, my power, light my eyes."
Lighten my eyes, man. Okay, and that's dealing with your spiritual eyes. You know, the inner man, and that's what we polishing up here, man. That's what's shining. The inner man. And it's all due to you having the ability to digest his word. Go ahead.
"Least I sleep, the sleep of death."
Least I sleep the sleep of death. And that goes directly, matter of fact, give me 1 Thessalonians, the 5th chapter. And I think you started the 4th verse. Because those who sleep in America. But the scripture's not gonna say that. Scripture's not gonna say those who sleep in America. But it's gonna frame it in this spirit. Go ahead.
God, this 1 Thessalonians 5 and 4. But ye, brethren, are not in darkness, that the day shall overtake you as a thief. Ye are all the children of light.
Right. We are bred, right? Wisdom is justified by our children. We are children. We have been birthed through wisdom. We are the children of light. See? Go ahead.
Ye are the children of light and the children of the day. We are not of the night, nor of
we are not of America. That's what that's saying. Go ahead.
It said, therefore let us not sleep as do others.
As Americans, and really all of you in this planet, all right, this entire planet Earth, who are outside of this arena, you sleep, man. But mainly we talking about America right here. Because this is what that darkness, this is that springboard, if you will, where darkness is prepared throughout the world. Okay, go ahead.
It said, therefore let us not sleep as do others, but let us watch and be sober.
Go ahead.
For they that sleep in the night.
They that sleep in the night. So you'll read this again?
The book of Psalms 13 and verse 3. It says, "Consider and hear me, O Lord, power, lighten my eyes, lest I sleep the sleep of death."
See, lest I sleep the sleep of America. Because America is known as the valley of the shadow of death, man. And what contributes to you being dead? The misinformation that you have digested, man. You can't take light or gloss over information. Because again, information, right? We in the information age, and there's information out. Again, you could watch the internet. You know, you have your phone set up with your stand, and you could put a damn alternator in, man. You know, because that's information. But what we have is the highest form. Matter of fact, give me Isaiah 59 real quick. I think Isaiah 59 and start at 5 up and read down.
All right, God. This the book of Isaiah chapter 59.
So yeah, although this is the information age, you could pick up information, but is you picking up the highest form of information? That's why scripture say that darkness, the light that you do get, the information that you do get is really darkness. You can hold that to it. You got that?
Yeah.
Matter of fact, go ahead and get it since we quoted.
All right. This is St. Matthew 6. I'm going to start at 21. It said, "For where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. The light of the body is the eye. If therefore thy eye be single, thy whole body shall be full of light. But if thy eye be evil, thy whole body shall be full of darkness. If therefore the light that be in thee be darkness, how great is that darkness?"
Yeah, so if the light that you subscribe to, or the understanding, the wisdom that, let's say for example, you have a bachelor's degree, a doctor's degree, paperwork, signing off or validating your understanding, you being co-signed by the so-called white man. Well, that's perceived as light. Give me that in Job real quick too. Job the 10th chapter.
Yep.
That could be perceived as light, but actually it's darkness, man. Why? Because it's not the proper knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of the scriptures. This is the supreme knowledge on the planet Earth, and really beyond. And it tells you that in 1 Peter, the 1st chapter, where it tell you how, I think around the 10th verse, tell you how even the angels desire to know what we know, man. See that? So yeah, go ahead.
God, this is Job 10, 20, 21. He said, "Before I go whence I shall not return, even to the land of darkness.
See, which is America, man. Go ahead.
And the shadow of death.
The shadow of death, which that shadow symbolize. Well, a shadow do it pretty much blocks you from the sun. You know, the sun, you get in the shadow. The shadow blocks the light, man. See, and that's why again, and I mentioned it earlier. That's the main catalyst for you fully committing to this truth. You can't get the light because the shadow is blocking the light. Whatever you subscribe to is blocking you from coming into this thing, man. Go ahead.
It said a land of darkness, as darkness itself, and of the shadow of death, without any order.
Yep, America, go ahead.
And where the light is as darkness.
And where the light is as darkness. So if you profess to have light, right, meaning you have a damn diploma, or you might even went to one of these seminary, these theological seminary schools, like Vocab Long. That's a bug out, man. But he went and spent all that money and getting some form of understanding, but his light is as darkness, man. And that's what's promoted here in America. Okay, go ahead.
It's the book of Isaiah 5:20. One to them they call evil good and good evil.
You got how you break down.
That put darkness for light and light for darkness. They put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter. It's just like you were saying, putting that light in darkness. You think you got light, but you really got you really got damn darkness, man. You know, you can't see nothing. You can't see straight ahead, man. You know, and you push that forth as it's something good. You push that forth as it's something that's light, but it's really death, man. You know.
Yeah, that's true, and that's why I said you put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter. Bitter, when you go into that word America, it actually goes back to bitter. So you putting the ways of America as being sweet, you know, and what's sweet, which is the scriptures, you put it as bitter, man. Right? So that's putting light for darkness and darkness for light. Yep. Isaiah 59 and go to start at the 8th verse.
Isaiah 59:8. The way of peace they know not, and there is no judgment in their going.
Right, and when you read this is dealing with Israelites. You know, the way of peace they don't know. And what's the way of peace? This knowledge, man. Okay, go ahead.
It said they have made them crooked paths.
See, they have made them crooked paths. This truth is a straight path. This is straightforward. You know, but Jake have taken another way. They look to establish their own salvation, whether it's in the form of them coming together. You know, what idea do you have? Well, I have an idea. You know, let's get together and put our ideas together. And that's a crooked path, man. The Lord already laid out the path that returns to. Matter of fact, you give me that real quick. Give me that Jeremiah 6:16. The Lord laid out the path to solace and peace, man. Right? But Jake, once you try to tell him, hey, look, here go the path to righteousness. They refuse it. Go ahead,
This book of Jeremiah 6:16. Thus saith the Lord, stand ye in the ways and see. And as for the old paths, where is the good way?
Yeah, where is the good way? So this is the good way. Go ahead.
And walk therein.
And walk therein, read.
And ye shall find rest for your souls.
See? That's why we just read the way of peace they know not. Jake will never find that rest that they're looking for because they have not fully committed to their power, man. Which the way that you lock into that power, if you will, is through the scriptures. Go ahead,
It says, and ye shall find rest for your souls, but they said we will not walk therein.
See, they said we will not walk therein. They try to heal themselves out another path, man. Okay? All right, so let's go back here.
It's Isaiah 59:8. It said the way of peace they know not, and there's no judgment in their they behold obscurity.
But you behold obscurity. But the only thing you got in your possession is obscure, man. You know, when you subscribe to being a damn Moor or Islam, that means you beholding obscurity. Christianity, that's beholding obscurity. See, go ahead.
It says, for brightness.
For brightness, which is this truth. Go ahead.
But we walk in darkness.
But we walk in darkness, meaning America, meaning you acclimated to this place, man. The shadow of death, man. That's why the scriptures say they will not walk therein. We showed them the path. The Lord have shown you the path by way of his men. We set up to point you in the direction that leads to life, man. Okay? That proverbial light at the end of this dark ass tunnel, which is America, man. All right. Was it more on that up?
Let's see.
Yep.
Yep. This is verse 10. We grope for the wall like the blind.
Yep. We grope for the wall like the blind, and what the wall represents, a defense. You looking for a defense, but you blind. You know, and also that means you reaching, man. Jake reaching, man. They ain't got nothing solid, man. We the only ones that got something solid. We don't waver. We tell you straight up, look, unless you return to your power, you're gonna be put to death, man. Just in a nutshell. Jake ain't got that. They reaching, man. Go to college or some crazy shit. That's reaching. Go ahead.
It says, we grope for the wall like the blind, and we grope as if we had no eyes.
See that?
We stumble at the noonday as in the night.
See, in the noonday, and that's the point I wanted to get, because you do have information on display, but this is the noonday. Noon is the highest form of information, the highest form of light. So you might be able to go on the internet and gather some sort of information. You know, Jacob, step down on you, and man, you know who's the third emperor. Okay, cool. Yeah, but do you know who your savior is, man? Do you know where you at? Do you know this is Babylon the Great? Do you know there's a kingdom prepared for you, man? And if you return to Yahweh Shemashah, you'll be delivered. You can deliver from the upcoming destruction. You know, you swallow a damn camel. Jacob pulled up all type of information, but they strain at a net. Go ahead.
He says, we stumble at the noonday as in the night. We are in desolate places as dead men.
See that? All right. So, and the dead man dwells in the grave. When the dead at is darkness. All right. All right. Give me what you got.
This Job 17:12. They changed the night into day. Mm-hmm. The light is short because of darkness.
Yeah, and the light is short because of darkness, man. Okay, and which right now, the light that's on display is in spurts. It's like beacons of light, But ultimately, light is going to overcome, and that's going to be when Yahweh shall return. Because at that day, everybody going to have this truth. If you follow what I'm saying. And that day, the Lord is the exclamation point. When Yahweh shall return, you're going to have the truth then. You're going to say, oh, you're going to know that's the Lord. We ain't going to have to break it down. You're going to know the truth more. And the scriptures tell you that you're going to be more on fire than us, because it tells you how they're going to be repenting. We don't even do that. Yeah. We just teach the word and we get a little fiery, but you're going to really be witnesses. You're going to be screaming and hollering. You repent and groaning. So you're going to be convinced in that day. So that's going to be the day when everybody get it, when light finally overcome, But as for now, there's beacons of light. Matter of fact, you got a precept?
Yeah.
All right, go ahead. And I'm gonna, go ahead.
This book, Matthew 4 and verse 16. The people which sat in darkness saw great light.
Oh, yeah, beautiful. Yeah, read it again.
It says the people which sat in darkness saw great light.
Yeah, and that's dealing with all of us. We sat in great darkness, then we saw a great light. And it ain't no coincidence that word great there either, man. Go ahead.
It says, and to them which sat in the region or in the shadow of death.
See, sit in the regions of the shadow of death, man. That's dealing with America, man. Why? Because these different areas, you can't say, you know what, I'm going to leave out the South and I'm going to go to this region, go to the Midwest, and I'm going to, and there that should be light. No, this place is covered in gross darkness, man. Okay? The only light that's on display is in spurts. It's different beacons of light. And we're going to show you that as well. Go ahead.
It says, in them that sat in the region in the shadow of death, light is sprung up.
Yep, light have sprung up. See that? Now, real quick, let's get what you got.
This Revelations 1 and 12. And I and I turned to see the voice that spake with me. And being turned, I saw 7 golden candlesticks.
I saw 7 golden candlesticks. Now, a candlestick is where light is held. So the candlestick will be a wide range of things, from the camps All right, when you go to these different camps, those will be candlesticks. Really, that's what it's really going into, the camps, because that's where the light is held. But even, you know, when we do these different live streams and videos during the week, that we that light that's sitting on the candlestick. But ultimately, it's these different camps, and we're gonna show you that. Go ahead.
Well, let me jump down to verse 20. Let me get
okay. Go
which is Revelation 1 and 20. The mystery of the 7 stars.
Oh, now I'm going to go into the mystery of the candlesticks. Go ahead.
The mystery of the 7 stars which thou sawest in my right hand, and the 7 golden candlesticks. The 7 stars are the 7 angels of the 7 churches, and the 7 candlesticks which thou sawest are the 7 churches.
Right, and the 7 candlesticks, what you saw was the 7 churches, right? Now let's look up that word churches.
Icon. This is the word church.
Because the scripture says the 7 candlesticks is the what? 7 churches.
Yep.
So let's look up what the churches are.
So the Strong's G1557, ecclesia, and it says a gathering of citizens called out from their homes.
See, a gathering of citizens called out from their homes. Go ahead.
Into some public place.
Into some public place, and that's what we do, man. You know, we out there week in and week out in a public place. So that proves that we're in harmony with what the scripture's saying, man. We must be those 7 candlesticks, and again, a candlestick is where the light is held. So the light is being held out there on the highways and byways, man. See, go ahead.
This is quick precept. This Matthew 5:14. Ye are the light of the world.
Yep.
A city that is set on a hill cannot be hid. Neither doth men light a candle and put it on a bushel.
Right. So you don't just we consider these churches. That would be that bushel. You claim you got the truth, but you somewhere. I gotta find you. Yeah, you ducked off, man. No, that light should be out there. Okay, go ahead.
It said, neither doth men light a candle and put it on a bushel, but on a candlestick.
But on a candlestick, which is the camp, which is the church. See, go ahead.
And it give a light unto all that are in the house.
Yeah. See that? That's bad though, because the house is separate again. That light is not going to be given to those of you in darkness because you in darkness. It's only going to be given to all of you who in the house, who's in this gathering. See that? So you can go back to the definition to get more.
Yeah, it says a gathering of citizens called out.
And again, this is the definition of church, which the scriptures say the 7 candlesticks. The mystery of the 7 candlesticks is the churches, right? So we read what the churches are. Go ahead.
Said a gathering of citizens called out from their homes into some public place, an assembly.
Yeah, so that's what we have been called out to a public place, and we assemble in a public place. Go ahead.
An assembly of the people convened at the public place of the council for the purpose of deliberating.
Yeah, court is in session out there.
That's it. The assembly of the Israelites.
Assembly of the Israelites. That's the spirit, because that's what we know as the Israelites. See that? The assembly of the Israelites. Go ahead.
It says any gathering or throng of men assembled by chance tumultuously. Let's see.
That might be it on that.
Because they, you know how they.
Yeah. But that's the point. The 7 candlesticks would be the churches, and we just read the definition of the churches. They're called out, right? So the candlestick is that beacon of light that's on display here in darkness, man. You got people that actually subscribe to if you die, you're going to be tormented in hell by some guy in a red spandex suit, a ballerina, and some damn tights, you know, with horns on his head and a triton. That's darkness, man. You know, or a damn Easter egg bunny laying eggs. That's darkness, man. Straight up. But see, now the Lord have brought forth that light, you know, and that light, when you consider a light, let's say if you're in a deep sleep, people don't want that light. That's why, again, let's go back to St. John, the 1st chapter. You got something?
Yeah, kind.
Go ahead.
This book of Psalms 18 and 28. For thou will light my candle, the Lord, my power, will enlighten my darkness.
Yeah, the Lord. See, we was in darkness, right? Like this dude Nate, man. He said, man, the reason why we teach the name, but the reason why we don't push the name on you because everybody they don't know the name, they know Jesus and God. Man, come on, man. So you're gonna keep them in darkness? We all was under that vibration until we had that light, you know. So it's your duty to shed the light on them, man. All right, go ahead.
This is St. John 1, I'm gonna read verse 4 again. It says, in him was life, and the life was the light of men.
Right. So our light is in this word, which is Yahweh Shai. In him was life, and the life was the light of men. See that? So that proves, man, the sense of urgency that comes along with getting this word, man. Again, this is nothing that you should gloss over. See? Go ahead.
It said, and the light shineth in darkness, and the darkness comprehended it not.
And the darkness comprehended it not, man. Right? You people out there, you don't comprehend when this word is presented to you. Why? Because you're in a deep sleep. And that's the same. You know, if you ever wake somebody up out their sleep, they confused. You know, they might be a groggy, you know, they might give you some crazy responses.
Yep.
Why? Because they're in a deep sleep, man. And they don't comprehend as well. See? And that's you people out there. You can't comprehend or digest this light. See? Go ahead.
You said there was a man sent from the Most High whose name was John. The same came for a witness to bear witness of the light.
And that's us. We came to bear witness of the light, which is Yahweh Shai, which is this truth. All right? This doctrine in its purest form. And there's plenty of scriptures to support that. Hebrews, the 10th chapter and the 7th verse. Lo, I come in the volume of the book. Revelation, the 19th chapter. Matter of fact, hold that on there. Revelation 19 and 13. Read that again, huh?
It said the same came for a witness to bear witness of the light, that all men through him might believe.
They were all again. That don't mean every individual on the planet Earth. That means all of you who subscribe to this truth, right? So we here to bear witness of Yahweh Shai, which is that light, which comes in the form of this doctrine. Give me Revelation 19 and 13.
It's the book of Revelation 19 and verse 13. And he was clothed with a vesture dipped in blood, and his name is called the Word of the Most High.
So that's dealing with Yahweh Shai, all right? So Yahweh Shai is the Word, which is the light. See that? All right, so let's go back.
This St. John 1 and 8. He was not that light, but was sent to bear witness of that light.
Yeah, so we are not the light. We're not saying that we are the source of your salvation. We here to bear witness of that light, and we are witnesses. And that was spoken of. Matter of fact, give me that real quick. Acts, the first chapter. I think that's Acts 1 and 8, if I'm not mistaken. Give me that real quick. Go ahead.
It's the book of Acts 1 and verse 8. But he shall receive power. After that, the Holy Spirit is come upon you.
Go ahead.
And ye shall be a witness.
And we shall be witnesses. Go ahead.
Unto me, both in Jerusalem and in all Judea and in Samaria.
Right, which is dealing with that time period. Go ahead. But it goes on to say, go ahead.
And unto the uttermost parts of the earth.
And to the uttermost parts of the earth, which is dealing with right here in America. So you're looking at the witnesses of the Lord, man. Okay? Scripture said we will be witnesses unto the Lord. So that's what this is saying. Yeah. Read it again.
It says, he was not that light, but was sent to bear witness of that light.
And that's us. We come in that same stead. We continue in that legacy. We were sent forth to bear witness of that light. Go ahead, up.
It said that was the true light.
Well, it's the true knowledge. See, that's the spirit. Because you have light, you have a form of light, you know. You're in the information age, but there's a true light. There's a true light. You better thank Yahweh Shai that he gave you the luxury, all right, to be able to digest, to even be in this sitting, man. You know, that's why amongst the scoffers who come up on the coming board, who come in this meeting and they talk shit, the Lord gonna destroy you, man. Because here it is, you was given the light, you was given the path to salvation, and you rejected it. You took light, no pun intended. You took light of the light, man. You took it light, man. See, you got something?
Yeah, this Job 29 and 3. When his candle shine upon my head, and when by his light I walk through darkness.
Yeah, that's bad because that darkness again symbolizes America. And we able to navigate through this place by way of this word. Do you know some of the losses the brothers have taken, the sacrifices, you know, the afflictions you have to endure? If it wasn't for this, you wouldn't be able to walk through it, man. You're faint. It's because of this light we able to continue to walk, man, and not faint and not grow weary and just give up the ghost, man. Even amongst you believers out there, those of you who have maybe walked away from old friends and contemporaries in your life who you dealt with, or your family might talk shit about you because you no longer go to Big Mama's cookout. You wasn't seen at Thanksgiving dinner or passing out presents at Christmas time, and people ridicule you, and it's all because of this truth. Matter of fact, give me, I think that's 1 Peter 4:14 real quick, man. Count yourself worthy, man. You know, but what's keeping you? This light. See, go ahead.
God, this is 1 Peter 4:14. If ye be reproached for the name of Yahweh Shem Shai.
That wasn't written for nothing, man. So you're going to be reproached for the sake of our Lord. Oh, for the name of Yahweh Shem Shai. For the name of Yahweh Shem Shai. You got certain groups out there that get on us for you pushing forth the name. See, go ahead.
If you be reproached for the name Yahweh Shem Shai, happy are ye.
Yeah, happy are ye, man. Go ahead.
For the spirit of glory and of the Most High resteth upon you, and on their part he is evil spoken of.
Right, so you're going to have scoffers going to talk shit. Go ahead.
But on your part he is glorified.
But on our part he's glorified. All right, so let's go back.
St. John 1:9. It said that was the true light.
Yeah, so this was the true light. You have light, you have forms of information out there, but there's only one truth, man. This is the true light. Because you could be driving in a dark tunnel, you see a light, say, oh, let me go that way. And that light can actually lead to your demise, man.
Like an anglerfish.
Yeah. That's a good point, yeah. That light it snares you, you know, it draw your attention and you're going to be put to death. Yep, go ahead.
It said that light was the true light, which light of every man that cometh into the world.
See, all that come into the world. That's not talking about every guy that's born and coming to. That's talking about the elect, man. Okay? That matter of fact, you want to look up there and see what they say right there?
Yeah, kind of.
You got something?
Yeah, kind of. This is the book of St. John 3, and I'm going to start at verse 18. It says, he that believeth on him is not condemned, but he that believeth not is condemned already.
Yeah, read that again.
It says, he that believeth on him is not condemned, but he that believeth not is condemned already, because he hath not believed in the name of the only begotten Son.
Whoa, that's bad. So if you don't believe in the name of the only begotten Son, you condemned already. And that in itself is reincarnation. Again, that has the overtone of reincarnation. That's the principles of reincarnation behind it. Because you already condemned before you got here. You didn't believe on our Lord then, you condemned once you got here. And even prior to that, that's why Yahweh Shai, when he went on that rant, he said, you're going to be responsible for the blood of righteous Abel, even Zacchaeus, who you slew between the altars, man. So that means even before Yahweh Shai got there, you're going to be condemned for those crimes. See that? All right, so what
the word world, cosmos.
All right, cosmos. Now get that. So it said every man that come into the world. Give me right to the point. Harmonious.
Harmonious, right? Okay, all right.
Just for
okay, kind of.
Right by now, y'all should know this. You know, we don't just bring it up.
Yeah, that word world.
It's the reason why they say that harmonious arrangement.
Strong's G 2889, and it says and a harmonious arrangement.
A harmonious arrangement. Now, real quick. Yeah, can you get what's that? Revelation? Want to get that Revelation? Revelation 14. Yeah. And you know when you read what's that? I think it's Matthew 11, where it said we have pipe. That's the harmonious arrangement. Yeah. The only somebody that's gonna be in harmony is the elect. Really, when you go into this right here, there's a harmonious arrangement. When the scriptures say the Lord came for, the scripture said the Lord came for 3 and 16, we came for that harmonious arrangement. We came for the elect, man. That's that harmonious arrangement. Go ahead,
God, this is Revelation 14:3. It says, and they sung as it were a new song before the throne, and before the 4 beasts and the elders. And no man could learn this song, but the 144,000 which were redeemed from the earth.
Yeah, so that means the only ones that ever get this truth was going to learn this truth. And that's just like if you hear a song, you can't sing along to it. You can't be in harmony. You're going to be off tune. You're going to be off. You lip singing. You know what I mean? You getting the words wrong. That's because you ain't in harmony. You know, but all of us, we're in a harmonious arrangement. All right, you got something?
Word harmonious.
Yep.
It says tuneful, not this.
Ooh. Yeah.
Not discordant. Going to jump down to the point. It said free from disagreement or dissent.
Yeah. Whoa. Free from disagreement or dissent. So if you disagree with the doctrine that was handed down to our teachers, the apostles and elders, that means that you are not in harmony with what we teach. You're not in harmony. You're not in that harmonious arrangement. Okay. All right. So you got something?
It's the book of Ezekiel 33 and verse 32. And lo, thou unto them as a very lovely song of one that hath a pleasant voice and can play well on an instrument, for they hear thy words, but they do them not.
Yeah, you can hear the song, but you can't dance to it. You're not dancing to it. You're not moving with the song. You hear it, right? But you're not in harmony with it. See that? You got something? Go ahead. All right. So give me real quick. There's a couple of precepts coming to mind, but I'm looking for some.
I can finish off on these John 3.
Yeah, go ahead.
It's the book of John 3 in verse 19. It says, and this is the condemnation that light is coming to the world, and men love darkness rather than light.
Right, so you love what Esau have presented to you. You love the doctrines of this world. You love Christianity. You love being in darkness, man. You don't want the light. You don't want to be enlightened. You don't want to hear the message of you being an Israelite and those neighboring nations that's around you right now is your damn enemies, man. Ultimately, you want to put them into captivity, man. Right? You don't want to hear that. You love darkness, man. You rather got them see LeBron James win a ring with the Lakers, man. So you could talk about that shit at the barbershop. Nigga, man. How long must we suffer, you niggas, man? You know? But guess what? Each day the sun rises and the sun set, we embarking closer and closer on that return, that glorious return of Yahushua, which is going to cancel out all this. Hey, Apostle Ha made a statement earlier. I was watching one of his videos. He said we could be out of here by 2021, I think he said. And it's some like a juke of energy went through me, like, you know what? Damn, that sound right, man. Even though we can't tell you what hour, don't get it twisted. We ain't trying to, like, we forecast, we know, but we know the season we in. We know the season. Don't ask us what day, like 3 o'clock, March 21st. We don't know all that, man. Right? But we know what season we in. We know we right at the cuffs of being delivered out of this place, man. But you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, you want to stay in darkness. And we get it. Again, when you wake somebody up, they don't want to get up for school. Yo, little one, he sleep. He don't want to get up, man. You didn't want to get up. So we understand what the scripture is saying. They love darkness. You want to go back to that dream, man. Read that again, huh?
It says, and this is the condemnation that light is come unto the world, and men love darkness rather than light.
Wait, so you love being asleep here, man, in America, man. You love what comes along with being in America, man. This place, America, was geared to please the flesh. America is that proverbial lazy boy chair, man. You kick your feet up, and you hear the thumping of central air and central heat. That's what America creates, man. But we have been driven to our feet, man, by Yahweh Shema. That's why the scriptures say when you go into the first Passover, we ate in haste with our belts girded, our loins girded, our staff in hand, which is this word, and we was ready to go. Yep, go ahead. That was it. Read it again.
All right, come read it again. St. John 3 and verse 19. And this is the condemnation that the light is coming to the world, and men love darkness rather than light, because their deeds were evil.
Yep, go ahead.
For everyone that doeth evil hateth the light.
Yeah, so you hate this knowledge, man. And it's not so much that you hate us, you hate what we promote, which is, see, Yahushua was so bad to where Yahushua ain't got to be here for you to hate him. How bad is that? Like, after Yahushua put the devil the first time, matter of fact, you getting a precept? If you get some, go ahead and get it. But hold me, St. John 7 and 7. Don't you get? Show you how the Lord working, man. The Lord want that to come out. Now, the Lord was so bad. You remember after the Lord got put to death, it became more of a problem because his disciples kept pushing that legacy. That's why they was getting beaten. They was told not to teach in that name. See how heavy the Lord don't even mention this guy's name no more, man. You know? But let's show you how bad the Lord is. So ultimately, you people hate us, but really it's not us so much. You hate Yahweh Shai. You hate who we represent. See that? Go ahead.
God, this St. John 7:7. The world cannot hate you, but me it hateth because I testify of it.
Matter of fact, I think that's 1 Thessalonians 4:8, if I'm not mistaken. I believe it's 1 Thessalonians. Is that it? Yeah, get that real quick. 1 Thessalonians 4:8. And we're going to go back to what you got. Because Yahweh Shai is that light, man. And this light, man, if you in a dark alley doing a damn drug deal, somebody shine a light, and you're going to say, hey, Dad, fuck out of here, man. That's what we represent, okay? We represent restrictions. Party over, man. All right, go ahead.
1 Thessalonians 4:8. He therefore that despiseth not man, but the Most High.
Yeah, see, you don't despise us. In essence, you despise the Most High. Go ahead.
Who have also given unto us his Holy Spirit.
So, hold up. What do that mean to give us the Holy Spirit? That means we just like Yahweh Shai. And it show you how bad the Lord is. All these different brothers, it's the different characteristics of the Lord. The Lord ain't in a box. That's why you got to be careful how you treat brothers. You know, because a brother might have a certain spirit on him, but that's one of the characteristics of Yahweh Shai, man. You know? So it said the Lord have given us a spirit, and that's why they hate us. Now, you might say that dude got the spirit of a faggot on him. You know, that's a character. I come in the spirit of, well, the Lord said he'd be giving us a spirit, and the reason why you hate us, if you hate us, that means you hate Yahweh Shai, man. All right? So now let's go back to where you was at.
St. John 7:7, the world cannot hate you, but me a hater because I testify of it.
Now, how is the Lord here physically to testify against it? He testified of it again through us. Because this word right here condemns this world. Do not this world tell you to put a homo to death? But this world promotes being a homosexual, man. This world promotes, cross-dressing and like they had this nigga, man, and it's just, I don't even want to really mention it. Matter of fact, give me script to talk about that too. It's that Ephesians 5:11. Get that. This big 6'8" nigga that should have been a tight end, RuPaul. That nigga, man. You know, they had the show where that nigga was doing he was doing like a walk. It was called RuPaul some bullshit, man.
I think RuPaul drag race.
That shit, man. That shit. And you had niggas standing in line, not like they had the American Idol. Yeah, like you had niggas, 200 motherfuckers, man, with book bags, traveling from all over the world to participate. But guess what? America promote that. But see, we condemn that, man. But it's not us so much condemning it. It's the spirit of Yahweh Shai. That's why the Lord made that statement, man. Matter of fact, go ahead and get that Ephesians 5 real quick.
This is Ephesians 5:11. It says, and have no fellowship with the unfruitful works of darkness.
The regions, the lower regions of America, the lower deep regions, the cold, murky, damp regions of America, man. Okay? We are not to have no fellowship with this place, man. But go ahead, what did it say?
It says, but rather reprove them.
But rather reprove them. We were set up to reprove them, man. To reprove you devils, man, and what you push forth. And they try to silence the book, you know, so you could think that this was normal. But the Lord raised us up to condemn you devils, man. Go ahead.
For it is a shame even to speak of.
That's why I was blessing to even talk about that nigga in that case. And a lot of stuff you try to you want to say, you have to take a step back and say, should I even bring that shit out, man? Straight up. Go ahead. You know, you got to be careful. You don't want to get knife. All of a sudden, you're in front of the camera. Look at my eyes, motherfucker. You gonna die. You know, but that's the zeal of the Lord, man. All right, go ahead, read that again.
It said, for it is a shame even to speak of those things which are done of them in secret.
In secret, man. See that? Go ahead.
But all things that are reproved.
Go ahead.
Are made manifest by the light.
Hold the scriptures up. Hold the scriptures up. Whole scriptures up. Straight up, man. They being manifest by the light, man. This that measuring stick, man. This is how we know you doing wickedly, man. Even if you say we know you're just a bunch of disgruntled so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, you venting, and I get it, you mad at us. But even if you throw all that out the window, we got something we can measure it by. We could go to Leviticus, the 20th chapter, and say that you off. That's why we know that this is the order, man. The Lord laid out an order. This is the spirit of Yahweh Shai here, man. And that's why you hate Yahweh Shai, even in his absence. But guess what? We here. We an extension of Yahweh Shai. And it tell you that, man, if you give me that real quick out, Luke 10. Go ahead out.
It says, but all things that I reprove are made manifest by the light. For whatsoever doth make manifest is light.
And that's true. That's simple. Whatever. If you would say, what is that in that corner? Hey, turn on that lamp. Then, I see what it is. It's your old Jordan. You know what I mean? But it was made manifest by the light, man. So now we know, for an example, who the Israelites are because of this book. We know that the so-called white man is the devil because of this book. We know America's Babylon the Great, and so on and so forth, man. See that? So give me Luke 10 and 16 real quick.
Come to the book of Luke 10 and verse 16.
We got more on this feed.
It says, he that heareth you, heareth me.
Right, he that heareth you, heareth me. Go ahead.
And he that despiseth you, despises me. And he that despises me, despises him that sent me.
Right, so that's the pecking order right there. That's the chain of command. So the Lord ain't necessarily got to be here in the physical for his overwhelming spirit to be here, man. And it's all done by way of a word. We often touch on that too. Like it just said this brother was in the back, and I said this brother, hey, go tell that I said we're going. I ain't got to be there. You just carry my word in there. So words hold weight. So the word of the Lord have rested upon us, man. And his word is a decree, all right? It cements the downfall of the so-called white man. And it testifies against you, man. And anybody that subscribes to this devil and everything that he promotes, all right? You got something?
All right, we'll go back to that.
Let's go back to that.
All right, just St. John 7:7. The world cannot hate you, but me it hateth, because I testify of it, that the works thereof are evil.
See, the work thereof are evil, man. Your works are evil, and we testify against that, man. And it's really the Lord testifying against you. But when we highlight, even if it's something as subtle as, let's say, with their money system, you know, the fraud that's on display, man. You know, that's us testifying against your works. And we can go in the scriptures on it, you know, that your money system is cankered. The usury of the so-called white man is James the 5th chapter. You know, everything about this place, the scriptures condemn. Really, Yahweh Shai condemn, man. See that? So you have to read that again, huh?
Kind. St. John 7:7. The world cannot hate you, but me it hateth, because I testify of it, that the works thereof are evil.
That the works thereof is evil. See, go ahead.
It says, go ye up to this feast. So like, go ye up unto this feast. I go not up yet unto this feast, for my time is not yet come.
Yep. You got something?
Yeah, kind. This is the book of Galatians 4:16. Am I therefore become your enemy because I tell you the truth?
And that's the same with our Lord Yahweh Shai, man. Now they try to paint this image of the Lord as being loving, kind. Why they put him to death in that fashion, man? Why they rallied behind? You had niggas that came together to bear false witness against the Lord. When they couldn't find nobody to testify against the Lord, you had two niggas to come out of the shadows and say, yeah, we heard him say he'll destroy the temple. You know, why would they do that? Because the Lord was cursing them out, man. He was laying down the law, man. Okay? And he was condemning that place and condemning Jake and condemning that whole vibration, that system that was in power, man. Read it again.
Kind. Galatians 4 and verse 16. It says, am I therefore become your enemy because I tell you the truth?
Yeah, because I tell you the truth. So why is that the case? Because this place promotes lies. The spirit of deception and falsehood runs rampant here in America, man. And truth is a dangerous thing, man. It's a saying, I forgot the saying, in the time of revolution, in the time of lies, truth is a revolution or something like that. That's a powerful statement right there. All right, you got a precept? Give me Wisdom of Solomon. Wisdom of Solomon. Matter of fact, Sirach, get Sirach, the 16th chapter, and the 16th verse. I want to look up the word.
Yeah, this is Sirach 16 and 16.
Mm-hmm.
His mercy is manifest to every creature, and he have separated his light from the darkness with an adamant.
Right, he separated his light from the darkness. So separation, that means there's friction. We can't come together.
Yeah.
So by us having the light, by us having truth in a land of darkness, that's the war. That's the battle right there. Now it said with an adamant, right?
Yeah, God.
You read that definition like that.
Yeah, God. It's that word adamant. It says refusing to be persuaded or to change one's mind.
Yeah, see that? So that's on both sides of the spectrum.
Yep.
On both sides of the coin. Our mind can't be changed, and your mind is damn sure ain't gonna be changed. And the apostles always going to that with these debates. It's not like you're gonna walk out of there and somebody said you was in a black country. You coming there with a kufi and a damn what they call it, a dashiki.
Dashiki, yeah.
All of a sudden, you came in there draped out, man. You know what I mean? With an unk and shit. All of a sudden, you're going to say, you know what? I'm going to be an Israelite. No, that's not going to happen. Let me read this again.
God.
It says, refusing to be persuaded or to change one's mind, man. So the Lord said he separated light and darkness with an adamant, meaning you're going to refuse to cross over. Either way, right? We are convinced over here, man.
That's right.
Right?
Go ahead. Ezekiel 3:8. Behold, I have made thy face strong against their face.
See, against. And that face goes into really the doctrines. You know, we believe wholeheartedly. That don't mean you just mean, you know, you're having a stare down with a nigga, you know? we know, we subscribe to this, man, you know, and nobody can, not even our own family, none of that. Nobody can, Lord keep us in this thing. Nobody can knock us off our square, so to speak. Go ahead.
It says, behold, I have made thy face strong against their faces, and thy forehead strong against their forehead.
Against their forehead. And that goes back to one of the first precepts we brought out in Genesis, the first chapter.
Yep.
Light and darkness are separated. Go ahead.
It said, as an adamant harder than flint, have I made thy forehead. Fear them not, neither be dismayed at their looks, though they be a rebellious house.
Yep. See that? You got some? Hey, so, you know, with that, we want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to our teachers, the head apostles and elders, the great millstone. Shalom, you brothers out there laboring in his work, as well as you believers, the Akim and the Aqua that subscribe to this truth as well. Till the next time, Shalom.
Shalom. DTA or Bob the Ball.